Good afternoon, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about, so you know that we're all in here, we're all manifesting. We have all these people like myself that tell you and explain to you how to do the processes to get into that right vibe, how to create the life that you want to create, what do we do, our experiences, and to try and enlighten everyone and speak to everyone to show them how it works. We here at V-anifest, we do the walk and talk, so come and take a walk with me while we do talk about manifesting. So recently, my last video that I did, I was talking about, I was waiting for something and I was getting into the feeling, and I was living in the end, and I was like, yep, I know that this works and it's happening. It's already happened. It's already happened. No matter what I say, it's already happened. It's done. I've got this, I've got that, I've done this, I've done that. It is done. And then I got the news and it wasn't done. So what happens? My manifestation didn't work. So after that video, I must admit, I was very, when I got the news, I was quite upset about it, and I reacted to the 3D, and I went into a bit of a lull moment. So the reason I like to do the walk and talk videos is it gets me out the house as well, and it makes me do something. We have an element of purpose, and when you have purpose in your life, it then leads to happiness. So, and you want to be happy, right? This is where we want to be. Why do we want these things in life? Is because inevitably we think it makes us happy. We believe it does. This is going to make us happy. And then we find out sometimes we get these things and it doesn't make us happy. And actually it's not really the thing that makes us happy, it's within ourselves. So we know this, right? Just taking a pause as we have someone walking past. And I don't want them to be filmed, so take a nice picture of the mud. There we go. Right, so my manifestation didn't work. So I got sucked in 3D reality, reacting to the circumstances. You know, the circumstances did matter. How come it didn't work for me? I don't understand, you know, the drill. And that's what I was doing. So this is my first video since that, and just want to say what I did was I focused more on dealing with that and processing it, and going, having my ups and downs. Again, use your friends for support, because they will help you, and your friends are the universe that are sending you messages as well. So go ahead and be with them and listen to them. And if they're not saying things that you align to, you know, they say things like, oh, well, you know, you should be doing this and you should be doing that, and you feel, actually, that's not what I want to do. That's the universe also talking to you, saying, showing you this is not what you want to do as well. So what is it that you want to do? Someone said something to me the other day, what's your end goal? Just keep your focus on your end goal. And I took that on board and I thought, well, okay, that's true. What is my end goal? And live there as if it's already happened. So my manifestation didn't work, as in I set this target and I set this goal that this outcome was going to happen. The outcome didn't happen, but I don't give up, because we know more than anyone, guys, we know, if you're watching this video, you already know some of this stuff, that just because it doesn't happen that way, this path that we take here doesn't mean that I can get there. This is the only place, the only way to get to my goal. I could go around here and into the forest. I could go up here into the main road, or I could go another direction. There are many ways to get to the goal. Doesn't matter how I get there, but I will get there. So I keep my focus in mind. And yes, my manifestation didn't work then. So what I did is I didn't focus on the fact it wasn't working. Well, I did for a bit. If I was to be honest with you, I did. And then I got to work on like, right, okay, so why do I still feel like this? Why do I still feel down? Because if I had this vibration of myself, self-concept of I'm pretty freaking amazing, I'm freaking wonderful at what I'm doing, and I'm a bloody good human being, why on earth would that affect me? Because I'd be like, oh well, you know, like how Gen Z's, how they're portrayed, where they're like, oh well, next, you know, you've got to be like that really. You've got to be just non-reactive, and then you'll get whatever you want. And yeah, so my manifestation didn't work, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. So I'm going to keep going. I'm now back in the way. Yes, I am, Crow. I am. Thank you. Cheers, dears. And I'm going to keep going. And there are times where you're going to see things that are not working for you, and it's not going to be pleasant, and you're going to think, that's unusual. Why is it not working for me? One sec, let's get rid of this guy. And we sit there and we wonder that it doesn't work, this thing doesn't work. So what my belief system is saying to me though, and if you have a talk to your inner self and you sit there and you lie down and you relax and you talk to your inner being, your inner self will give you the answers of why this didn't work, why this doesn't happen. So ask yourself that question. And when I asked my inner being why it didn't work and why it didn't happen, it's because to get to my end goal, which as I kept saying what my end goal was going to be, is to do with my job, right? So to get to this position that I wanted, I was in a different role, and I unfortunately lost the job, and I was really reacting and thinking, why did this all happen to me? I can't believe it's happened to me. Like, I didn't manifest that. I wanted to work for the company. I love the company. Just didn't particularly want the role. And I was grateful, but not grateful enough, right? I was grateful, but I was very resentful as well at times. And that's another video that we'll talk about. But when I was resentful and I was looking at what others were doing, it then comes back to you. So remember, you're going to get that karma, whether it be good or bad. It always comes back to us. So yeah, so I was going through processes to try and get it back, and it came back, and I never got through, never got the answers that I wanted, which was my job back in the company. So I was gutted. But then when I say that I want to be a certain position in this certain company, I don't know, I just have this little iggly feeling that I've got to do a different route for me to become this certain position. Maybe I have to come out of this company and go back in, I don't know. But that's what I keep putting out there. That's what I keep, and when I say I keep doing it, there are times where you don't feel like it and you really react to 3D. I totally get it. Guys, I looked at that and I thought my manifestation, it didn't work. I was so deflated, and I really was. And sometimes I have these moments throughout the day when I feel that it doesn't work. But just keep the faith, because we know it does work. There's things that we've achieved, and one of the things that I've done is I've gone on to look at all the other things that I've manifested, all the other good things that are happening in my life. Just even going out for a walk, being so grateful, having really good friends, has really helped me out. I haven't been on these walks for ages, and you can probably hear that I'm so out of breath. But I just want to say that the manifestations might not work, but just keep the faith, because if you really believe it If you really believe it and you know this thing is yours because it is yours, and you are vibing at that frequency where you are walking and talking and believing, and it's happening, that this is your life, where you're living in this 3D reality, it will happen. And I promise you it will happen, because that's the faith that Neville Goddard says. Keep that faith and assume that that wish is fulfilled. Just assume it, because it's happening. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with this lovely walk, and I hope you have a really nice, blessed day. Stay happy, and also remain faithful to your goal. Because if you react to the 3D reality, it won't be faithful, and then you're only going to manifest your thoughts. Every thought that we have manifests, whether it cancels it out or whether it actually happens. And the reason why it cancels it out is because we deep down believe that us as individuals are worth what we're asking for. And when you start believing your worth, amazing things happen. One of the things that I did as well is I did the Dylan James? He has these like subliminal tapes to play at night. And the one thing I played was the self-concept. I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh, for days I had headaches. And I made sure that I stuck to them. I haven't done them in the last 2 days, but I do need to stick to them, because I did keep thinking, has anything changed? But it must have changed, because I'm now going on a walk that I'm so grateful for, because a week ago I didn't even want to leave my house. So we all go through these, even these coaches that we have on YouTube. I just want to be a little bit more relatable to some, that we think that we're doing these things and sometimes we overthink it too much. Just write it down, think about it, assume it, and it will happen. Don't think how, don't get anxious. It will happen, because it's the path of least resistance. Anyway, have a really nice day and take care, and I'll see you on the next video. If you like these videos, subscribe, notify button, share it, like it. All of these things helps to spread the word, but I'm very grateful to you all. Thank you. Bye.